Hi everyone, this is Jeff Roseman from the Lehman Stove Room. Welcome. I'm one of the stove experts here at Lehman's. It's been a while since we've seen each other, but we wanted to get back in touch and go over some of the stoves with you. This is a wood cooking stove made by Lenorica, which is a company over in Italy. One of the biggest differences, or the main difference, between a heating stove and a cooking stove is that this stove has an oven. Your heating stoves don't have that. You can cook on top of a heating stove, kinda, depending on the stove, but this stove is designed to cook. And as a bonus, these stoves will also heat at least 1,000 square feet of your home, depending on the model, depending on the size. Every home is different, every stove is different. So there are a lot of factors that you have to take into consideration. Where are you going to put the stove? What kind of chimney are you going to need? And that also could be determined by where you want to put your stove. Is it going to go up the flue of your chimney, which would need to be full masonry from top to bottom, brick and mortar? Or are you going to run hard pipe straight up or out the wall? You can do that. Just depends on the home, because every stove reacts differently in every home. Now this particular stove is in the color of what they call Tortora, which is brand new to us. We just got this in last week. So come down and check it out. It's wonderful. Now, some of the things you can do with Lenorica stoves is you can cook directly from the heat in the firebox. And you do that with this tool, and you just stick it in the hole, and you can take right out. You can then reach in and take out the rings because they're all individual, and you can get just to the size that you need. If you want to put your pressure canner up there and do some canning, if you got your favorite cast iron skillet and you want some crispy home fries for Sunday breakfast, you can do it by cooking directly over the fire. You can see this tool that comes with every Lenorica stove is to help with the firebox. Lenorica puts this type of hinge on their fireboxes so the kids aren't going to go in there and open it up and something bad could happen. They give you this tool, you stick this tool on, you lift the door, you open the door. And then when you're done, just close it and you're done. And the tool can go to whatever safe place you have so that nobody gets it who's not supposed to have access to your stove. One of the big differences between heating and cooking stoves is that cooking stoves are exempt from the EPA regulations as far as emissions in grams per hour and efficiency. One of the best features of Lenorica cooking stoves is that they are so efficient. They're very well engineered, solidly built, and they are more efficient than almost every heating stove out there. And most of them are even more efficient than all of them. So that's a key factor, because on a cooking stove, the fireboxes are smaller. They're not designed for the long duration of use like a heating stove. You don't need as much wood, so they don't give you space for as much wood. And you also need to make sure that your wood is the proper size. Lenorica recommends no more than 12-inch wood in their stoves. And they also recommend that you take a regular split piece of wood and split it one more time so that the pieces are a little smaller. Now that comes in very handy when you're starting the stove from cold. But once you've got your fire established, you can go ahead and put a regular sized piece of wood in there and it'll run just fine. Now, stoves these days, whether it be heating or cooking, they don't have dampers per se. You used to have dampers in your chimney or in your stovepipe. Not these days. Lenorica stoves all have a primary and a secondary air control. Here's your primary air control on this particular model. You just turn this to whatever airflow you want to get your fire going. And then up here, you've got more. Just slide these. This is going to let air into the base of the fire. This one is going to let air into the upper part of the fire, keeps it hot. This is where you get the efficiency with Lenorica cooking stoves. Another important feature of Lenorica cooking stoves is the oven control. This rod right here to either pull out or push in is going to allow the heat to circulate around your oven and actually heat up your oven for your baking needs and so forth. Sometimes you won't even need to open this because the oven will be at the perfect temperature without even using that. If you'd like to see more content, like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions, give us a call here at the store, extension 3600. We'll answer all your questions. If you're building and your contractor has questions, all the better. Have him give us a call. We'll help you out. Thanks for watching.